Bhaskar.
Thank you, sir.
I totally agree with you. That slide I added towards the end this morning, in the sense, there is no clear literature or supporting evidence to support to infer the meaning from nitrolog. There is nothing like log there. So that is very much accepted. Only thing is intermediate, one of the models in between, which came about probably about 15 years ago. They claimed, they tried to give a brand name to that particular option. So they said it has got a nitrous gets thing. So my only reason for conveying was, PG still get, one of our co-examiners would always say, what is nitrolog? I am not fond of this particular question. So let them at least know that concept is that nitrous oxide alone would not be allowed to pass on to the flow meter assembly. That's the one. Thanks for the input, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
Sir, just one more comment. There have been a lot of mishaps with anesthesia workstations, so I think all of us in the audience need to know one of the basic tests which you need to do before you start any case in the morning is the universal gas leak test. So no matter how good or how advanced is your anesthesia workstations, if you switch off the electrical supply and the gas supply and then do the universal leak test, that rules out any leak in the low pressure system. Although most of the anesthesia machines do a self-test, but I would still recommend that we must perform this test. It's only a balloon just to put on the common gas outlet and see that it doesn't inflate before 15 seconds.
It's a manual testing which you must undertake.
Totally agree with your point, sir, because none of the machines do have this low pressure leak test for any of the machines. Most of the machines do perform positive pressure leak test. However, the presence of a pressure relief valve distal to the flow meters will negate the effect of this positive pressure leak test. So I think universal leak test is definitely, that's the reason why it is called universal leak test, and it has to be performed manually, sir. I totally agree with your point.
With regard to the anticoagulants and the regional blocks, I think I want the audience to know that all these evidence that they have put forth is retrospective evidence, and none of them are prospective, and it is not possible to do a prospective study, and it is unethical. Okay, so most of us has to follow these guidelines blindly. So, and whenever you face a situation wherein you have to provide anesthesia or a regional block on an anticoagulant patient, it is better to explain to the patient about the risks and then go ahead and take consent and go ahead. So anything you want to add, Dr. Lavanya?
No, sir. As you said, we could not have randomized controlled trials, and that's why all the guidelines are usually 2C or 2A. And documentation is the key in this. Always document the last dose of the drug and also the renal functions, now that we have taken that into consideration before going ahead with the block.
And one more thing is, there is absolutely no recommendation for reversal of anticoagulants for the sake of regional anesthesia. This is very clear, 100%. It should be understood and underlined. Please do not think of transfusing FFP and giving a block, because that is not at all recommended as per the existing guideline evidences. So that's what one more thing we need to emphasize upon.
Yes.
Sir, go ahead, sir.
Sorry to Dr. Lavanya, just please pardon my ignorance. I wanted to know if the factor 10A activity which you would like to get it done, it takes about 4 or 5 days for the reports to come, and it's costly. Can TEG or a viscoelastic test replace these kind of tests which we normally do? Suppose we have a viscoelastic facility with us, the TEG or the ROTAM. Can we just do that and decide whether we can safely give a regional block, or do we need to really do the factor 10A activity essays to determine that?
Sir, these anti-10A levels have been recommended by the European Society and the American Society, where the situation would be different and we would probably get in earlier reports. And regarding TEC, there are no recommendations as of now. Use of TEC to help in deciding whether the block can be given or not to be given.
So currently it's not a strong evidence in support of using viscoelastic test.
This current guidelines do not recommend this, and probably in the future would have recommendations on this point of care devices.
Anybody want to add anything? So I think we can conclude. If there are no further questions, the session is closed. Thank you. Thank you both the speakers. It's a privilege and honor to chair this session. One is my colleague and another is my teacher. Thank you.
I now invite the chairperson, Dr. Sanjeev, Dr. Kiran Chand, and Dr. Sudhish Kannan to present a memento as a gesture of our gratitude to our speakers, Dr. Lavanya Kapati and Dr. S. Balabhaskar. Now request Dr. Pankaj Kundra to kindly present a memento to our Dr. Sanjeev, Dr. Kiran Chand, and Dr. Sudhish Kannan in appreciation of their as chairperson of this session.
We'll now begin with our third session.